It's another Tuesday night and I'm glad to see all of you again. If you like watching our videos, please support us by subscribing to this channel and clicking the like button. Today we will be sharing the story of Maria, who raised her daughter all by herself, and sharing her journey to inspire other single moms to believe that there is nothing weak about giving up on a relationship and that there is nothing selfish about looking after your own well-being. Hi, I'm Joe the Mango. Welcome to another episode of Love Notes. Dear Joe, growing up listening to you, I've always wondered if one day my story would make it to Love Notes. And here I am now, writing my story. I consider myself a late bloomer. While most of my friends were already raising their families, I was working on my career in the corporate world and enjoying single life, jumping from one relationship to another. I do remember that I have always prayed for a healthy baby girl, never for a life partner. In 2010, I went for a quick vacation to Los Angeles, met up some old friends and met new ones. And I had a chance to go out with different people. One of them was the father of my daughter. It was a whirlwind romance. Joe, he followed me in Manila months after we met. We had a civil wedding less than a year after, and I got pregnant with my daughter while we were planning the church wedding, which never pushed through. It was a difficult pregnancy, and I never felt the support I needed and I deserved from him. That's when I decided to move back to my mom's house to make sure that I would have less stress to deal with. I would go to the doctor's appointments by myself. On my 8th month, my daughter's dad and I had to go somewhere together, and we were involved in a car accident. I had to be confined in the high-risk unit, and the only vivid memory I had of it was it felt like a scene out of a movie. Because it was an emergency procedure, he did not even spend a single centavo on the hospital expenses. After I've given birth, Joe, I still decided to give our relationship a shot. My daughter and I stayed in her dad's house for 3 months, but we ended up leaving. I was under a tremendous amount of stress, so I ended up getting sick. And that was the turning point for me. I filed for an annulment. The whole process took me 3 years with all the financial burden on me. But looking back, I can only be thankful that the decision was handed down in 2016. I had 2 relationships after that, but both did not last. I focused on being a single mom who juggled motherhood and work, but eventually realized I needed to do inner work if I wanted a brighter and better future for my daughter and myself. That's when I did what most people thought was a stupid decision. I resigned in 2019 from a good-paying job that I had for the past 15 years. The job that has allowed me to provide for my daughter and has allowed me to finance my annulment. Though it wasn't exactly my comfort zone because I had to deal with a lot of disrespect, all my hard work being discredited while I was there. Joe, I had to make sure I had saved enough money for my daughter and myself to survive for the next year or so, as I worked on inner healing and searching for my soul's purpose. I was blessed to have met mentors in this new season of my life, and I'm still working on myself, and I have come to accept that this will be a lifelong process of unlearning and learning. I'm working on the best version of myself as an individual, as a mom, as a daughter, and as someone's dream life partner. Last year, I started the Unapologetic Single Mom Tribe on Facebook to create a safe refuge for other single moms. 3 days after, I lost my dad to a heart attack. But I continued to show up daily as a mom, as a daughter, and as a student, and as a sacred space holder for the single moms who joined the group, because I am called to serve on another level and that requires uncomfortable action and grit. Joe, I do not wish to be a single mom for the rest of my life, but I'm also not willing to settle with just anyone. And it all starts with me, my decision to grow and heal, and a committed decision to let go of what no longer serves me. I have been without a relationship for years now to protect myself from getting hurt. If I have shown bravery in taking a career risk, I also believe that I should be courageous enough to allow healthy love to enter my life. I hope to inspire other single moms to believe that there is nothing weak about giving up on a relationship or a job that depletes you and hurts you to the very core. There is nothing selfish about practicing self-love and self-care. It's never too late to start all over. God will bless you with the right people to walk with you on your next journey so you can live your life to the best. Keep believing, keep that faith burning. It's worth it. You are worth it. Thank you, Joe, for your time in reading my letter. Sincerely yours, Maria. Maria, thank you for your courage and your boldness in sharing a part of your life that must have been very challenging, to say the least. And I'm sorry to hear that your marriage didn't work out. In the many years that I have been doing this, I realized that our life always consists of decisions, either to hang on or to let go. I know you have tried your best to make your marriage work, but sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. And I guess at the end of the day, we have to be strong enough to hold on to a relationship if it's worth it, and brave enough to let it go if it isn't. And both involves us having to fight to keep it or having to fight to let it go. I agree with what most people say. Moms are the heart of the home. If it's already difficult even with both parents around, how much more for single moms who are always on a 24/7 duty, performing one parenting task after the other. It's a tiring and thankless job. Raising a child is a task typically shared by two people, a husband and a wife. But not everyone is blessed with a partner who would share this responsibility. My sister and I were raised by a single mom, and all I can say is this: single moms are often judged and misunderstood. But with all the sacrifices that they endure to raise a child or children alone, single moms, to me, are super moms. They are real-life superheroes, just without the cape. I respect them for their courage to do it alone. I respect them for not giving up, even when everyone and everything else fails them. And I respect them especially for the unconditional love they have to put the needs of their children above their own. I have a high respect for my mom and every single mother there is for taking on double the responsibility because of men who have failed to do their part as dads. Bob Marley said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice that you have." Maria, being a responsible and good mom while your heart was breaking must have been the hardest role that you have to play. We all make mistakes, but being a mess doesn't mean you cannot be a good mom. Nobody ever sets out to be a single mom, but being one doesn't keep you from setting out to becoming the best mom that you could ever be for your daughter. Maria, your letter is encouragement enough for all women who may have felt rejected, used, and abused by men who failed to act like men, men who could be everything to everybody else except a father to their own child. I admire you for your courage to leave your career so you can look after yourself better. I admire you for your hope expressed in your fearlessness to open your heart to a new relationship in God's perfect time. I commend you, Maria, for committing yourself to the vision of helping single moms navigate through their challenges through the Unapologetic Single Mom Tribe on Facebook. And I have included the link on the description if there's any one of you who would want to be part of that community. Maria's story is a reminder that we will all encounter failure in our lives, and that's okay. There are times when we need to cry because we feel defeated and we feel like all is lost. But failing is just as necessary as winning. They are both lessons in themselves. Sometimes the whole point of what God is teaching us and preparing us for is in the failure that He allows us to experience. Let us always remember that the enemy fights hardest when he knows God has something great in store for us. But even when God allows you to face a situation you cannot handle alone, He never leaves you alone to face them. He sends the storm to show us that He is our shelter in the storm. He takes us rock bottom to show us that He is our rock at the bottom. My prayer for all of you today is that God will bring peace to your confusion, joy to your sadness, and hope to your heart. Remember, your flesh and your heart may fail, but God is the strength of your heart and your portion forever. Every weakness that you have is always an opportunity for God to show His strength in your life. So never stop trying, never stop believing, never stop hoping, and never give up.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. And high up above, down below, when you're too in love to let it go. But if you never try, you'll never know just what you are. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will fix you.